So guys, welcome to our channel once again. In today's video, we have here these 10 questions to answer on the topic concept of living. So guys, this video will be about the reproductive system of mammals. So in short, stay till the end of this video. So here we're going to start with the first question here. It says the part labeled II is we have A, unfused stigma, B, fused style, C, fused ovaries, D, unfused anther. So guys, the part labeled II here is the fused ovary, and that's it for that question. Let's go ahead and consider the next question, and that's question number 2 here. It says the total number of caudal vertebrae in animal X and Y is 4 and 27 respectively. The animals are likely to be A, humans and rats, B, toad and fish, C, fish and human, D, toad and rats. So guys, the answer to this question is option A, and that's humans and rats. So the humans have 4 caudal vertebrae, whereas the rat has 27 caudal vertebrae. And that's it for that question. Let's go ahead and consider the next question. That's question number 3 here. It says, which of the following mammalian features act as shock absorber to the developing embryo? We have A, umbilical cord, B, amnion, C, placenta, and D, amniotic fluid. So guys, the answer to this question is option D here, and that's the amniotic fluid. So the amniotic fluid helps to serve as a shock absorber to the developing embryo. And that's it for that question. Let's go ahead and consider the next question. That's question number 4 here. It says, which of the following labeled structures secretes enzyme which facilitates penetration of the egg? We have A, III, B, I, C, IV, and D, II. So guys, the answer to this question is option B, and that's the I. So the part here labeled I is the part where the sperm cell actually secretes the enzymes that helps to penetrate the egg during fertilization. So that's it for that question. Let's go ahead and consider the next question. Question number 5 here. It says, the diagram below is an illustration of the human sperm. Study it and answer the question. So the question here says, the function of the part labeled II is to A, fuse with the ovum during fertilization, B, dissolve the membrane of the egg during fertilization, C, help the sperm to swim forward, D, generate the energy for the sperm to swim to the fallopian tube. So guys, the answer to this question is option C here, help the sperm to swim forward. So this is the whip-like structure of the sperm, and this whip-like end tail of the sperm actually assists the sperm to swim forward. And that's it for that question, option C. So let's go ahead and consider the next question. That's the question number 6 here. It says, which of the following statements about the development of the fetus is not correct? A, the fetus is surrounded by a water sac. B, the fetus depends on the mother's blood for its food and oxygen. C, the circulatory system of the fetus is directly connected to the maternal blood vessels. D, food and oxygen are carried across the placenta to the embryo's blood. So guys, the option here that is not correct for the developing fetus is option C here. The circulatory system of the fetus is directly connected to the maternal blood vessels. So guys, in the developing fetus, the blood is not directly connected to that of the maternal blood vessels. So the circulatory system of the fetus is actually not directly connected to that of the mother. So that's the odd option here, and that's the one we are picking as the answer to this question. So let's go ahead and consider the next question. That's question number 7 here. It says, the testes in male mammals descend into the scrotal sac because A. They run the risk of being destroyed. B. They need special support. C. There is congestion in the lower abdomen. D. They require a relatively low temperature. So guys, the answer to this question is option D here. They require a relatively low temperature. So they actually descend into the scrotal sac because they require a temperature that is relatively lower than that of the internal temperature. And that's it for that question. So let's go ahead and consider the next question. And that's question number 8 here. It says, the essential parts of a flower are A. Anther and filament. B. Petals and sepals. C. Androecium and gynoecium. D. Stigma and style. So guys, the answer to this question is option C here. The androecium and the gynoecium, they are the essential parts of the flower. That's the male and the female parts of the flowers. So let's go ahead and consider the next question. Question number 9 here. It says, in mammals, fertilization usually occurs in the A. Vagina, B. Uterus, C. Cervix, D. Oviducts. So guys, the answer to this question is option D here, and that's the oviduct. So that's it for that question. Let's go ahead and consider the next and the last question here. And that's question number 10 here. It says, which of the labeled parts is responsible for the release of ripe ovum? We have A, II, B, III, C, VI, D, I. So guys, the answer to this question is option B here, III. So that's where the ripe ovum is being released from, and that's the answer to this question here. So guys, this is where we'll end this video for today. If you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not a subscriber. Also, if you have any specific question regarding this video, you can drop your question in the comment section below and we'll ensure to give you a response. So guys, we also want to encourage you to join our YouTube channel community. So you can join this channel community by hitting the join button below, and we'll see you right there. Thank you once again for watching this video, and see you on the next one.